1.6 million women experiencing some form of physical or sexual violence from a current or former partner. That figure is, and I think most viewers would agree, simply staggering.
It is quite high, and one of the reasons that we thought building this report would be a very important service. It was to really try and understand not just the scale of the violence, but what happens as a result.
And the effects are sadly well known, and you've drilled down looking at kids. Sadly, kids involuntarily find themselves in domestic violence situations as observers or sadly as victims sometimes. And you looked at the impact on kids in their later lives if they are involved in that. What did the survey show?
It shows that 1 in 6 girls and 1 in 9 boys will experience physical or sexual abuse before the age of 15, and then they're more likely to be in a violent relationship as an adult. And similarly, if they've witnessed domestic violence, they're more likely to be in a violent relationship as an adult.
Okay, and it's hard to see how that vicious cycle can be broken.
Well, one of the other things we do in the report is we present survey data and a lot of service data about things like people who present for homelessness services or present to hospital, child protection statistics. So really having a better understanding of how all of those responses can be brought to bear will hopefully go some way to helping inform future policy. Indeed,
and shape future policy. And you mentioned homelessness there, Louise. There is a direct link, isn't there, between the incidence of domestic violence and increased demand and requirements for homeless services.
That's right. So domestic violence, family and domestic violence is the leading cause for people seeking supported homelessness services, and it has been increasing each year over the last 5 years.
Now, we mentioned Indigenous Australians. We've got a fairly good idea about the impact of domestic violence in Indigenous communities. What did your survey find in particular?
The data we present show that Indigenous women are 32 times as likely as non-Indigenous women to be hospitalised after being assaulted by a spouse or partner, and that figure is 23 times for Indigenous men.